from submitting to acting jobs, to filming self-tapes, to tear stick mishaps, to lying on
my bed contemplating life for a long time.
Here is a day in the life of an actor.
Today is a jam-packed day full of actory type things, but I'm still home in Michigan for the holidays. I go back in like 2 days. It's very like mundane, just kind of like day-to-day things. A lot of people don't realize just how much goes into pursuing acting, and so if this is an industry that maybe you're considering getting into or you're just curious about, I hope I can give you a little bit of insight into the daily grind of an actor. Being on set and filming and shooting and all that stuff is so fun, but there's a lot of preparation that goes into that, and there's a lot of auditions and just like behind the scenes stuff. I also wanted to make this video to show you guys that like you don't have to be in Los Angeles to be pursuing acting. You can be in your hometown saving up money. If you're serious about wanting to become an actor, you should be putting work into it pretty much every single day, if not every single day. Fellow actors, I'm hoping this video can give you some insight into maybe some things you can do to help build your craft while you're not necessarily living in the huge market at the moment. Actually, even if you are in LA or New York, these daily tasks still exist.
So no matter what type of actor you are.
Before I jump into like kind of what my typical day looks like, I want to tell you some things I think you should definitely get set up if you don't have them already. I hope you already have a headshot and a resume. So take your headshot and your resume and get yourself set up on all of the casting sites in your area. So Backstage, no matter where you are in the nation, I think you should have Backstage. You can see all of the jobs even if you're not signed up. You just can't apply for them. So check the website a couple times a week. I don't know, even once a week.
I know in Michigan, if I check once a week, I'll probably see all the jobs.
There is something that you're like, oh my gosh, I'm perfect for this. Sign up, pay the $20, submit yourself for it. I was living at home in Michigan. The two Backstage, Detroit casting, they have them for different cities, so you can try and find one near you. But the third thing that I used a lot,
and this might sound kind of sketchy,
but I actually would join like Facebook groups for like Michigan actors, because there are a lot of like local indie filmmakers that would post in those, just like industrial style commercials. I would book a lot of like smaller gigs that way. It's a really good way to build connections. You make a little bit of money. Also, you build your resume. Work is work. Learn from every single acting experience. Even if it was a horrible time on set, you still learn something. Obviously, as long as it doesn't morally go against anything or they're not forcing you to do anything you're uncomfortable with. I say
do it.
You learn from getting out of your comfort zone, baby. Make sure you go to the opportunities. Like if you have an opportunity to be a part of a commercial or something, but you work, bro, call off work and go to the commercial, especially if they're paying you. Like I used to have friends get opportunities from our like management company here, and they'd be like,
no, I work. I'm like, what do you mean you work?
Isn't acting like what you want to do with your life? This should be your number one. And if it's not your number one priority, if you're not jumping at any opportunity to act, maybe you don't want it that bad. So keep your materials updated and submit yourself for lots of jobs. If there are agencies around you, management companies, definitely try and get involved with one of those. Growing your skills and knowledge of acting and the acting industry. Basically acting classes, listening to actors podcasts, reading articles, just expanding your knowledge of acting. Even watching movies and watching TV shows. I know I learned so much about acting and about the craft from that. Making sure you're well-rounded in your knowledge of film, directors, actors, movies, but also ensuring that you're learning about the craft. So kind of the academic side of the acting thing, learning the different styles and techniques of acting. So you know, like Meisner's method acting, Uta Hagen's substitution, Stanislavski, Stella Adler, learning kind of those different methods, researching those people. Definitely learning about every single style of acting and then kind of compiling your own from that. A lot of actors, they just act without learning the techniques, which I think is fine, and everybody like starts there, but I think it's important to also make sure that you're learning the actual techniques of acting, and that's going to be a really good way to set you apart, because a lot of people are lazy and a lot of actors are lazy, and so if you're willing to work harder than everybody else, you're that much more likely to make it. Did that take time to learn about the business? It's called show business for a reason, let me tell you, especially nowadays with the rise of social media. I did a masterclass subscription, $10 a month, in courses from like Natalie Portman, film classes from like Scorsese, and actors podcasts. I love Audrey Helps Actors, that one audition with Alicia Oxy, Sam Jones's podcast, Hollywood Reporter, just to name a few. The third thing I think you should be focusing on if you're an actor not living in LA is social media. Now let me tell you, before I moved out to LA, I didn't realize just how important this was. I'd kind of heard it, even like jobs online where it's like you have to have a certain amount of followers to like submit, which is
Crazy.
when things are unfair in life, when things don't go your way in life, you have to adapt. My agent basically told me that my Instagram sucked. Delete all my like goofy pictures from high school, and now it's all like modeling shoots. With my YouTube channel, you might not be able to tell, but I actually put a little bit of effort into my videos now as opposed to just uploading whatever I felt like. I actually like try and promote my stuff.
Not that it actually does anything.
Other than irritate my friends, but
One more thing I wanted to add when it comes to a headshot and a resume, if you don't have a reel,
My reel's not even that good.
I keep getting cast as like the same type of role over and over, so my reel is like a work in progress as well, trust me.
so they prefer like clips. Clip from maybe a dramatic short film, comedic short film you did, as opposed to all being in one video. And then when you submit for a role, like say you're submitting for a comedic role, they just want you to submit that clip from your comedic. I don't care about your dramatic one. If you haven't done a lot of work, you don't feel like you have anything super professional, totally fine. My recommendations to student films, bro. That's how I have a semi-professional reel from doing student films, because they have all the equipment, they have all the lighting.
Sometimes pretty easy to get cast in.
Say you just have not done anything good, anything that you feel proud of. A 1-minute comedic monologue, a 1-minute dramatic monologue, upload those to your Backstage, Actors Access, your Detroit Casting, whatever site you use. The best site for like theatrical and like getting feature films and big TV shows and things like that is Actors Access, but that's better if you have an agent that can submit you through it. You'd never see Detroit jobs on Actors Access. They're pretty much all LA. That's another site that you can get a free membership for, so definitely get the free one for Actors Access, just so you can kind of see and look at if there are roles that maybe you're good for. Those videos are super important. Like I said, so they can hear you talk and kind of get an idea for your acting ability. When you submit for roles, the people that actually have videos and material go to the top of the list, and the people that don't have videos go to the bottom of the list for casting director. Pre-screen, or if an audition tape is like optional, you can just submit your pictures, or you can submit a tape.
Submit a freaking tape.
Put in the work, okay? It's not that hard. That will get you at the top of the pie. Casting directors are busy. A lot of the times they go through the top. If they find people they like, they won't even look at the people without videos.
Hacks for ya.
It is a day in the life of an actor not living in Los Angeles. So every single morning, no matter where I'm at, no matter what I'm doing, I always make sure that I set aside like at least 20 or 30 minutes to mentally prepare myself for the day. This is important just for me as a human being, because I'm so screwed up. I'm screwed up, you're screwed up, humanity's screwed up. Let's be real here. Ooh, look at these artsy little clips. Yeah, this is just me doing like daily stuff. Drink your water, make your bed. I have to get out of my PJs, do some journaling, go through my planner, some yoga, stretching, coffee, because I am an addict, foam up some almond milk, pour. Look at the most productive people, they all have some sort of morning routine where they incorporate like meditation or journaling or gratitude. It's just really important not to just like roll out of bed and be running around and run out the door. It's really important to set aside, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes, to do something that relaxes you. Especially us actors, because we are acting, like you are the outcome, your performance is the outcome, you are the being, and so it's just that much more important to like make sure I'm in the right headspace. Self-care routine, and then I got protein shakes with my friends. Our juries this year are just an actor. It can be really easy to get caught up in the daily grind. I do this a lot, where I just like fall off the face of the earth for like a week, don't talk to anybody, don't do anything except for focus on my career.
It's super healthy.
Making sure you schedule out time, like we literally just plan for like an hour and catch up. Aww. To-do list every single night, and on it I write out like the self-tapes that I need to do for the day, and then also the scripts that I need to work on. More and more auditions and more self-tapes. I know for me, I submit myself a lot on a lot of jobs, and then I also have my agents and my reps submitting me for stuff too, so I'm filming really multiple self-tapes 5 or 6 days a week. I try and give myself like a day off. In my planner, I always write like the dates that the self-tapes are actually due, and then I write the days. I try and get them in a couple days ahead of time, just because again, casting likes if you can be a little early. If it comes down to having your tape in early or having a good tape,
make sure you submit the good tape.
Super important to like stay organized with the deadlines and to write everything down, or I'll literally just like forget about the self-tape because I have so many. So I have to make sure that I'm writing them down, and then every night I'm allotting the next day like which self-tape is most important to film, which script is most important to work on. So making sure that I give myself enough time to film a good quality self-tape. If I'm rushing through filming a self-tape, it just does not turn out as good. You only have so much time, so much energy, and so much passion inside of you, so make sure you're allotting that to the ones that are most important. And then say you have a little bit of extra time left over. My days are spent usually working on this stuff, so for a couple of hours in the morning I prep for the tapes, and then I really like the lighting around like 2 to 3 p.m.
It is with me lately. Do you get what I'm saying?
Do the kind of cheesy self-tape that would pay you a little bit of money, as long as you've already made your tapes for the ones that you're passionate about. Now I'm going to get this ready. Okay, so I just filmed. So you've been waiting until they have their stupid little lines. You're so. And then normally I'm like mentally exhausted, so I'll usually go to the gym.
Gym essentials.
The hell do we expect to?
Or just like work out at home. Gyms are closed in Cali. Food breaks. Say I'll work on scripts for like 20 minutes, take like a 5-10 minute break. 20 minutes, take like a 5-10 minute break.
Here's me leaving the gym. It was like 5:30, eating some nice healthy Taco Bell for dinner, showering, green
But yeah,
tea.
I do all of my like submitting and emails in the evening.
So then, you know, look like a hobo after my shower, do my little dancey dance, braid my hair, and go to bed after I submit and write a to-do list. Peace out.